What's happening? Do you get a sense of anything that's happening?
I'm like a weird white room that's like a council.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a chair and I'm contemplating things.
Do you see how many people are in that council?
At least 4 more. I have a strong sense that I shouldn't be telling you this, that this is like somehow secretive information.
Mm-hmm. About you being in the White Council?
Yeah. Or just like making decisions.
Mm. Is the information like classified because it's about you, or is it about humanity? Or parts of it, part of humanity too?
But I think both.
Well, only share what you are able to. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Just tune into the note to share what you feel is right in your heart.
I think right before my birth I was bored. And I was like, let's do this again.
Do you get a sense of what you wanted to experience?
I think I don't know what I wanted to experience, but I didn't expect life to be so torturing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I didn't feel so powerless.
And this White Council with you, are they there to help you, like almost like draft your plans?
I think there are some sort of supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of strategizing. Yeah.
Are these council members part of like a soul family you have, or are they just neutral to that?
Yeah, some sort of fatherly figures, family members.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe soul family is a good word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good word.
So you're just there and you are like strategizing, right?
Yeah, I'm like looking down at a table, and I think at a table there's like almost a timeline of my life. And I'm like trying to figure out like, oh, do I want to do this or not? Like,
Mm-hmm.
or like, oh, that seems tricky. There's a lot of drop-offs here.
Uh-huh.
You know.
You volunteered for it, right?
I did volunteer for it, but
Mm-hmm.
I knew the risks coming in. I knew it would be tricky.
As you see what you can see in that timeline, do you get a sense of like relief or a little ease or balance at some point?
I mean, the strange thing is that I wouldn't pick this if I didn't know I could do it.
Mm-hmm. Right. You volunteered, right? That meant you had that resolve to do it, to learn whatever you needed to learn in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And to remember.
And I come from a line of strong women and past lives of being women too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm like tapping into that confidence of like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, just remember your priestess energy.
Yeah.
Right? Anytime you feel that way, you had that confidence, you had that power. That aspect of you is still happening that you can always tap into. So this council, you're in a white room. So you're looking at like kind of like a map of your life.
Like an oval table, and it has like a map of my life.
And what happens after this meeting? Is this when you...
I think if I fall into a table, I can like emerge into this world.
Okay.
You know, like the table itself is a portal.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. But I don't know if I decide to.
Since you were deliberating long over here with the council about choosing,
I'm just like assessing the risk and methodical about it.
let's tune into tune into you as a person, as this energy. Do you get a sense of like a color about you?
Like a pink, fuchsia, maybe purple.
Do you feel you've had many lifetimes as a human?
At least 7 or 8.
Okay. And not as a human, how many lifetimes do you think you've had as other beings or non-beings?
10 to 15.
Do you get a sense of what those kind of lifetimes were, what you were?
I always pick cute furry animals. Always. Like squirrels and raccoons and cats and wolves and stuff like that, you know? It's nice because if I like look into that area, I can see why I pick animal lifetimes. It's because they're driven by instinct. You don't have to think as much.
Right.
It's just like you're just living. It's simple. You're present all the time. You know?
So those animal lifetimes that you've had, did you have those first and then you chose human lifetimes?
That is a good question.
Can you get a sense of that?
I think sometimes when I get tired of being human, I go into animals. Yeah, I think like I have a happy little soul, and like, you know, human life is kind of trifling and complex and disappointing a lot of times, you know? And I think like my soul gets tired and it's just like, oh, I'll just be a flying squirrel on the next one.
Kind of like a reset, right?
Yeah, and it's like nice and just like simple. And just enjoy nature.
Yeah, nature to ground you.
Yeah. I forget how much I need nature.
So you as a soul is like point of consciousness right now in these colors of pink and fuchsia. You came here for a reason, right? Do you get a sense of why you volunteered at this particular time?
I think we're like at a pivotal moment. You know, where I feel like I need to inspire people. And I think I need to make people take care of themselves and be open to feeling. And being like exposed to feeling. And I can do it through my writing.
Absolutely.
And I think especially if like younger people read my writing, they'll be more likely to be in touch with feelings in their adulthood. It's like a lot of people just shut it down.
So like a light worker, you know?
Yeah.
To share your wisdom, share your truth, share your light with others.
Yeah. I want to make people soft.
This planet needs softness. People need
softness and gentleness and kindness.
When you were making these plans, were there other information or was it just purely about you? You said there was some information about humanity also.
Well, I think the information is that we're all incredibly powerful. But
what do you think is keeping us from, you know, like finding our power within ourselves?
I think there's people who are already powerful that are here that create systems that disempower people. And that's like a misleading notion because they think that if they can hoard all the power, they have more of it. But the reality is that like, there's so much to go around. Like it's not needed. But I think it's like a lower, I don't know, there's no better word for me to describe it, like vibrational frequency. which is like scarcity mentality. There's just a lot of those people there. And I think when you're born, it, takes a while for you to remember that you're powerful.
Right.
That you come from this like cosmic place.
You come from what?
Like a cosmic place, you know?
Right. Well, you're here to remind people in your own way with your own gifts. Right? This scene where you are with the council making the decision to come down. It's there to remind you of your light to show others, inspire, and the gifts that you have. A reminder to keep you forward. Looking at those council members, can you telepathically communicate or get an idea message from them? I'm curious what the council members look like. Or how you perceive them.
Some of them look like weird aliens, to be honest.
Like what?
It's like weird aliens.
Mm.
It's like weird faces. It's like they're not quite human, but I like don't judge them.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm just like, oh, that's your face.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe one of those faces?
There's one that's like brown, like elephant-ish.
Huh?
But he has like trunks on the side of their head.
Okay.
Kind of like horns and like a mouth. They're all wearing white robes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite make out the other two.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So this is the one that you can make out, right? The elephant-looking one.
It's very Ganesh looking, like, you know.
Do you get a sense of a star system? Does any like star system stand out to you?
Something speaks Sirius, but I don't know how it's...
Sirius? Okay.
I don't know if it's true, but... Yeah.
And then when you said Sirius, is it all of them or just the elephant guy?
Oh, no, that's just where I am at that point.
Okay. So if you make the decision, you said you just drop into almost like the table, right? To merge that?
Yeah, I can do that. But I don't know if I made that right there.
Okay.
Because I know I'm just talking in this moment.
Okay.
Like I'm, almost like biting my nails, trying to be like, that could be very tricky or spicy or like,
The resistance to the your timeline, your human timeline.
Yeah, so it's like, it's as if they can propose several options, but all of them come with their own ups and downs and challenges.
Right.
So it's like, and I can try to construct the one that has like certain challenges, but it's all pros and cons.
Right.
Like if you don't have certain challenges, you don't learn certain skills, or you lack certain things, or you become afraid, and then you have to steer yourself back on the right path.
And at this point, do you feel like you have learned what you needed to when you think about your life right now and the timeline you're perceiving in this scene?
I think I just have to like embrace all the challenges and like kind of almost love them. Like that's like when I think when you ask the guides what advice they can give me, like what I heard is like love. Like learning how to love every part, even the hard parts. And that's really hard.
It is. Even you just looking at your timeline with the hesitancy of, it's almost like speaking right now too, but you coming and seeing this, of accepting it or, picking it and being okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like even then I was like planning things, Strategizing.
Well, it sounds like you volunteered here to do what you need to do as a Sirian soul, right?
Yeah, I think like I need to be confident that I didn't set myself up for failure, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means.
Is there anything else that stands out in this scene before we close it?
No, I wanted to tell you
Mm-hmm.
that when you were doing the visualization exercise,
Uh-huh.
and you told me that like my higher self joined me and your higher self joined me, I saw you.
You did?
Uh-huh.
I'm getting like these like chills right now, you know?
Yeah, I saw myself and I was like, wow, she looks so cool. And then I saw you and you were like wearing this beautiful white robe and like a gold trim, and your hair is like up in all these loops, and you like look like a fucking meditation like goddess. Like, wow. I was like,
You saw me in that one?
mm-hmm.
In the beach scene or the water scene or?
In the beach scene, yeah. I for some reason, like, we were on the beach. We were in the grass before,
Uh-huh.
and then we switched me on the beach, and then I didn't want to be sitting on the sand, so I put the grass right next to the water.
Uh-huh.
And I remember my higher self was like, nice alternation. And I was like, yeah, I want us to sit on the grass. It's comfortable.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I was facing myself, but then you were behind me, like you had my back, you know?
Yeah.
Which was really cool because we were sitting, and then like I knew that if I turn around, you're behind me.
That's really beautiful. Before we got together, I always set the intention, and I start connecting with your guides even before I meet you, because I know we're already like working together, you know?
It was really cool. You have a lot of Kuan Yin energy, which is like very calming, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, very calming. Yeah, as soon as you said my higher self is joining, I was like, oh,
You felt that? You saw it?
I
You
saw
perceived
it.
it?
You were right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. It was beautiful. Well, let's close that council team unless there's any messages they want to give to you right now.
Love every part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Love every part.
Mm-hmm.